Take refuge in the one bright mind. Take refuge in the teachings of wisdom. Take refuge in those who endeavor to embody the truth. Let's talk about the traditional Zen Buddhist precepts. The precepts are a way of harmonizing ourself with skillful reality. The precepts are not some absolute mandate given from on high. The precepts are observations about what creates the least suffering, what creates the least friction, what gives rise to skillful and cooperative human interactions. So the precepts as a whole are what has been seen, tested, worked out by sages over millennia. And we can test them ourselves. We can see, does this really work? So when we are aligned with the precepts, our life has less suffering. When we're aligned with the precepts, our life works better. That alignment, that less suffering and that working better, is not some magical thing that happens. But let's say that we have been swerving from side to side, bouncing backward and forward, and we begin to follow the precepts, then that alignment begins to happen. It begins to, the sway, the pendulum begins to swing less and less far until we begin to be online. In line with a smooth reality. Having that in alignment with a smooth reality doesn't mean that problems go away, but it gives us a measuring stick by which to approach them. So if there is a fork in the road, I've got to decide this or decide that, one of the criteria, or a criterion for that decision, is looking and seeing, is this in line with the precepts? So to not lie, to not kill, to not steal. When we make the choice to not do those things, to not lie, to not kill, to not steal, our life works better, everybody is much happier with us. And if we get to a fork in the road where we have an opportunity to steal or not steal, and we say, well, the precept is, no, I won't steal, I'll cherish everybody's belongings, and we go in that direction, in the long run, we're happier, everybody around us is happier. If the world kept the 5 basic precepts, not to kill but to cherish all life, not to steal but to respect the things of others, not to lie but to speak the truth, not to misuse sexual energy but to live a life of honesty, and not to misuse alcohol and drugs but to keep the mind clear, those 5 precepts would transform the world, and they will transform any person's life who is in line with them. So, I encourage you to walk the path of integrity, to walk the path that is beneficial in the beginning, in the middle, and in the end. Alignment with the precepts.